Hi everyone, thank you so much for joining us for today's session.
Today we're going to be talking about the Google Maps Playbook for law firms. With my company, with Law Marketing Zone, we help our clients with a three-step process called the C.A.S.E model, in that we work to drive leads using the organic SEO, paid search, and the database. We maximize conversion with your website, your reputation, and automations. And then we help optimize the results by looking at your total spend, your average cost per lead, and expanding upon those to get a positive ROI. Today we're going to be talking about your Google Business Profile, so we're going to be talking about the organic part of our offerings and help you to do this for yourself. And of course you can always reach out if you need additional help. So I really need your attention today, please. If you would, please turn off your cell phones, turn off Facebook, and if you're a law firm owner and you're serious about getting better results with your Google Maps, the next 30 minutes will change your life. Now, what we're going to talk about today is the latest updates with the Google Map listing, the 5 biggest issues that could be preventing you from ranking, our proven model in ranking in the 3-pack, and the best tools to systematize and automate the heavy lifting for you. So what is Google Business Profile? So you might remember this as Google My Business, and it was rebranded about a year or so ago. This is like the 8th iteration since Google Places. So it's been changing. Google is constantly adding new features for you. And you can see when you do a search, you'll see the map and you'll see the 3 listings below it. That's what we call the map pack. And then if you look on the right hand side of the screen, when you click on the map, a particular person in the map pack, it opens up their Google Business Profile. If you search for your business name, you should see your Google Business Profile show up on the right-hand side of the screen. And this is where you have the opportunity to tell your potential new clients all the information about you, as well as at the same time telling Google more about you so you show up in more and more searches. And who am I and why should you listen to me? I'm the founder and CEO of MJ Media Group and Law Marketing Zone. I'm the author of the Google Business Profile Training Guide, and I've worked in digital marketing for over 20 years. I've worked with over 150 law firms and service-based businesses exclusively with attorneys since 2018. And I've helped many of my clients grow to over 7 figures in retainers using our programs. You can visit lawmarketingzone.com and listen to some of the videos from our happy clients and their results. There's a lot there, so go ahead and go on over there if you want to have a look at that. This is exactly what we do. Our mission is to triple the revenue of 500 law firms in the next 3 years. We're a full-service digital marketing agency for law firms, and our team is here to support you every step of the way. So let's get to it. Do Google's maps matter? This is directly from Google. So yes, the maps matter. You are losing business to your competitors if you aren't showing up in the top 3 on Google Maps when customers are searching. So what we're seeing in the middle screen on the phone is the search. The top are paid, whether it's local service ads or paid PPC. That's where those are. Those get about 10 to 20% of the clicks. The Google Maps portion gets 50 to 80% of the clicks. So that's hugely important because the local organic down below only gets 5 to 10% of the clicks. So you definitely want to be in the top 3 of the maps. So you can see here the top 3. If you are advertising on PPC, sometimes you'll see a 4th listing there, and that will be an ad, but that's not in all cases. But 50 to 80% of the clicks and calls come from the Google Maps. So that shows you the power of this free source that Google provides. So you want to make sure that you are found and describe your company so that you can be found in even more searches. So yes, Google Maps still matter. So why are they important? This is where everybody looks at when they're walking around town or they're looking for something, they go straight to the map. The data shows us that. So you want to make sure that you are available anytime someone has a need, a desire, they know they have a problem, they want to fix it, they need an attorney for whatever reason, personal injury, divorce, estate planning, any of that, you want your information out there because people are searching Google. And of course you can get reports that show you how far away from your office you are in the 3-pack, right? So this particular example shows the particular map, and everyone within their service area, they are in at least page 1. So if you can see the ones over here are darker green, and then the lighter green is the 3. Over time, those will probably both be ones. And then we work with our clients to get ones even further away from their direct office. But if you are on page 2, that's going to be a yellow. Beyond that, you're going to be a red. So you can run these reports and see where you're actually ranking. We can run these reports for you if you just drop me a line or DM me, put a comment in the chat. I'm happy to run some reports for you and show you where you rank. So that's why we're important. And then this client saw a 42% increase in phone calls from their Google Business Profile. So in the insights we're going to talk about a little bit later, you can see the specifics here. Their Google Business Profile in 2 months brought them in an extra 300 people looking at their website, 161 phone calls, and 4,464 people looking at their website, so querying them. So that could be any particular contact method on their Google Business Profile. So Maps drives calls. You can't rely on pay-per-click alone. You want to focus on a comprehensive strategy. So we do Google Ads, and if you're doing Google Ads, I would encourage you to make sure that you have connected your Google Business Profile to your Google Ads, and that will help you be one of the ads if it's available in your area in the map pack. But it also shows Google that you are more interested in making sure the user experience is good, and you're updating your Google Business Profile and connected it to your ads. So you'll get better weight in your displays. So the biggest challenges for Google Business Profile. The map listing used to be 7 and now it is 3. So it used to be easier to be on page 1 because you could be down to 7. So there's only 3 now. And of course the paid ads we're talking about, sometimes you'll look at the map pack and there'll be 4 in it instead of 3, and that top one will have the word ad beside of it, and you can bet that that person or that business is advertising on Google PPC. There also are local service ads. So that's kind of a little bit of a competition with Google Maps, because even Google local service ads show up even above the PPC ads. So with the local service ads, you have to do a background check. It's called Google Guaranteed in some areas, but I believe it's live in most major markets, and it's going live internationally. So the local service ads and the Google Map, if you're in both, you're going to have more of an opportunity to be called because you show up multiple times on the search result page. And it is critical if you're going to do local service ads to be very careful with your advanced verification process. They do a complete background check before they put anybody there. But it is, if it's available in your area, it's definitely a good thing to do is get in Google local service ads. So having a look at what the Google My Business looked like as opposed to Google Business Profile or Google Maps, on the left you can see there was a lot more listings and no map itself. Okay, so what makes the new look stand out so much is the map with the pins of the businesses. So it's very dynamic on the phone, gets people's attention. That's why it's getting most of the clicks. And again, this service is free. You just need to provide Google with all the information so that they know about you. So again, there you go. So with the Google Maps and the local service ads, this is where we're talking about how many times can you show up in the results for one search. Okay, this particular person showed up 3 times. They're in the local service ads at the top, they're in the Google Maps, and they show up number 1 on organic. So anytime someone comes in and they're seeing you show up multiple times on their one search, you're more likely to see a significant increase in calls from people that are doing the search. So think of this as a full service SEO that you need to be found in the appropriate searches. Now, there are some things that can be hurting your rankings, standing in the way of you being where you need to be. So first off, you want to make sure you have an office in the city that you're targeting. So if you're targeting Miami and your office is in Doral, you need to rent a space in Miami, so you have an address in Miami. You could even rent space in another law firm, just make an agreement with them so that you can get verified there. But you need to be in that office. And let's talk about spamming Google with fake locations. Now, this was really big with some businesses as well as some agencies in the past. And it would work to bump you into the map early, and then it would drop off. So if you have multiple listings in different addresses where you don't actually have offices, you need to make sure that those listings are taken down, or perhaps if there's reviews on those listings, consolidate them with your main listing where you actually have an address. And inconsistent name, address, and phone number. It's a thing that in the industry is called the NAP, and it's even referred to that by Google. Your name, address, and phone number needs to be consistent across every link that you have and your Google business profile, all the directories you're listed in, your website needs to be consistent. And when I say consistent, I mean something like even as simple as abbreviating the word suite or spelling it out. You need to be consistent. Google is looking at this as data, and they see all of them exactly the same. They give you more ranking, more weight, that you have more listings or citations out there. And then, do you have enough reviews across the web? Now, of course, you want Google to hold most of your reviews, but you can also have reviews on Facebook, on Yelp, on lawyer.com, any of the places that can hold reviews, Avo, and even Yext. So try to get reviews on various platforms with the majority focused on Google. And this one is a hard one. A lot of people do it not realizing that it is hurting them, is they spam keywords in the city and their company name. So if you were like, say, Jenkins personal injury in Houston, Texas, personal injury, throw in extra keywords or the city and the name of your company. Google is going to not count that, and they're going to make you not rank. They want the company name to be the official legal company name. Now, if you want to use a keyword in your name, maybe get a DBA. So then it's official that there is a DBA of that particular name. Otherwise, only put the company name in the name field. And then, did you focus on the right keywords for your firm? So it's SEO, so SEO is based around keywords. So you want to make sure that whenever you're doing your questions and answers, your posts, even your category, did you choose the right one that has the right keywords of the searches that you want to be found in? Okay, that's super important. And getting the categories chosen in order of priority will get your keywords in the categories where you want to be found in those searches. So that's a really important thing as well. Now, if you're not familiar how to do and set up a lot of keywords and then kind of brainstorm for others, I have created a keyword list for you. You can download that by going to lawmarketingzone.com/free-tools and get that. I've given a sample of across various different practice areas, and then there's also a formula on there to show you how to build out even more. So that's a good resource, and it's completely free. So go ahead and visit there and pick that up. And in line with that, we talked about rankings to see where you ranked and see maybe what holes are in your SEO and where you need to improve. I've put together a reporting system that we can go out, analyze your Google business profile, your citations, your website, backlinks, directory links, all of that, and we do an analysis of that. This report takes a few hours to put together, but we'd be happy to do that for you. You can just simply go to lawmarketingzone.com and book a call with me. And what we can do is before the call, we'll have those reports run, and you and I can go over them on the phone, and you can see where you are and the steps that you need to take to improve your online visibility. So let's talk about our proven formula for getting ranked in the 3-pack. In your Google Business Profile Manager, you can see a lot of the information about you and update all your details there. We want to also look at all the directories that are coming back to you. We call these citations. These are backlinks to your website, and so we want to grow those as much as we possibly can. We also want to make sure we get lots of reviews, but we want to look at review velocity as well as review quantity. That's incredibly important. Velocity means how often are you getting reviews. So if you're typically getting reviews like say 1 or 2 a week, and you send out an email asking 30 people to give you a review, and suddenly you get 15 in a week instead of 2, Google is not going to show those. They will assume they're fake. So you want to make sure that you take advantage of and put it in your process to always ask for a review. And that way you'll get natural looking velocity where you're getting reviews, whether it's 1 a day, 2 a day, 2 a week, 3 a week, whatever. It's regular. It's not like a spike in reviews. And of course, on-page SEO is incredibly important for your business and your website, so that we're supporting and again telling Google, Bing, Yahoo who you are, what you do, and what types of searches you should be found in. So let's talk about the 3 steps to get ranked in the Google Maps. Now, if this is making sense to you and you guys are interested and this is some good information, just put a 1 in the chat, and I just want to make sure that we're following along, and that if there's any questions, you can certainly drop them in the chat. I'm happy to answer those. So number 1, you want to claim and optimize your Google Business Profile listing. Yes, saying that over and over again, that's a big one. So you want to make sure that you have a login for your Google Business Profile account. Now this is going to be, you want to make sure you have all your information together. You're going to update your company name to read company name, no keywords in it. Add your website if you have a website, and it's going to create a great inbound link because, of course, who has the most domain authority? Google. You also want to use a local phone number. 800 numbers just don't do the trick. Use a local address, but you can't use a P.O. box or something like the UPS store. You can use like a Regis. That isn't quite as good as having just an office. And I know investing in an office might be something you really don't want to do, so that's why a good idea would be if you've got a friend that owns a law firm, that maybe you could rent a desk there, help them with the rent or whatever, so that you can put your name there and that could be your address. Uploading photos. Now, in your Google Business Profile, you can upload videos, photos, all sorts of things. But when it comes to photos, you want to take pictures with your location turned on your phone. Okay, that tells them exactly where you are, and it gives it a better idea of where those photos were taken, and it's just good for your business. So we suggest doing a short 45-second video introducing yourself. Maybe pan across your team, but introducing yourself, telling a potential new client where you are, or who you are, what you do, and how you can help them. And also you want to put pictures of your staff, pictures of your office, logo, anything like that, because people connect with people, right? And so you're telling them, you're showing them who you are, making yourself approachable. And then of course list your hours of operations and services and products as well. So you can see here, this is just one screen of the back end of your Google Business Profile Manager. You can see on the left-hand side, you can see photos, reviews, messages. You can also get chats through here. You can add users. So adding a photo is simple. They've made the interface really very simple. And then insights, of course, you can look at your insights and learn more about how people are interacting with your Google Business Profile. And once you're verified, you actually get a little green verified check mark. So simple to do. It's easy to do on your desktop as well as in the app. Okay, but the verification has to be done in the app if it's a video verification. Okay, just a little side note there. And the insights, this is an incredible screen. You want to know how people are interacting with you? Simple. Customer actions on the bottom, phone calls, requesting directions, visiting your websites. We can see what's changing over time, what time of day, what day of the week. All of this information is there for you. So it's definitely something you want to have a look at. And then of course at the top you can see how many listings you were in, how many searches you were in, and how many times you were in the map. So we want to, over time, of course, get the listing in the maps up. Google Business Profile best practices. So updating your photos and adding them on a consistent basis. We do this for our clients. We do an engagement with their Google Business Profile once a week. If you're doing this on your own, if I could speak today, I ask my clients to engage at least weekly. It makes sense that you want to show Google that you're engaged, that you appreciate and you are interested in the user experience, because remember, that's the big thing about Google. They want a good user experience, and by you updating your Google Business Profile with new photos, responding to reviews, answering questions, updating your hours of operation, especially if it's around a holiday time, Any of those things that can be updated, just add something new every week, adjust something, respond to a review. Any of those kind of things is exactly what they want. If you're offering a new service, put that in services. You can put a video and a photo in the services. There's posts. Posts are like blog posts. So you can certainly put posts up as well, keyword rich, of course, that are telling Google, again, more things that you qualify for and want to be in those searches. Number 2, building citations with consistency. Okay, that's going to be lots of citations across the web. Consistent reference to your name, address, and phone number. We talked about that again. Your name, address, and phone number must be spelled the same in every place. Okay, and limit the duplications. So if you know that you already have a listing in lawyer.com or one of the other attorney websites or any of the directories online, just double check them and make sure that the information is correct and up to date and spelled, again, exactly like it is on your Google Business profile. And just the image there is just showing how everything is connected and goes back to Google. You can pay attention to aggregators. So if you've ever used an aggregator in the past, what they'll do is they take your information and they feed it down to the smaller websites. So if you were to go to one of the smaller websites that had incorrect information of you and you correct it, eventually that's going to get replaced by the incorrect information if your information in Factual, Axiom, Infogroup, or Newstar is incorrect. So if you've ever used an aggregator, go to the aggregator and look at your listing and correct it there, okay? There's a lot of great tools for citations. I really like Bright Local and White Spark. There's also Advice Local, Moz Local, and of course we all know about Yext. So these are all good places to put your citation in once, and then they feed it out to other directories as well. And what I really love about these places, Bright Local being my favorite, White Spark being a close second, is the accuracy checks, the consistencies. So they will run, you can run reports on these platforms that will show you where you have inconsistencies or where you're missing, which makes it much easier than trying to find it on your own. So if you need that kind of report, reach out to me, because this is the kind of report it can give us. This listing would have 88% inaccurate listings. And then it'll show you what's missing, where you need to make the update and make those changes. I mean, something as simple as not putting parentheses around your area code in some places and putting it around it in other places. Keep in mind, data is data. It needs to be exactly the same. And that's what Google is looking for when they're giving you ranking based on the number of citations that you have. So, citations best practices, I've probably touched on a bit of this, but manually claim and optimize your Google Business profile. That is the first citation to your website, okay? That is a huge citation. Then you can use a tool like Yext or Direct API that sends it to 50 citation listings. So there's different tools out there, major aggregators out there, and then you can use, like I said, Bright Local Citation Finder and find out what's missing, where are you, and where do you need to be added. So there are tools that can help you with this, and if you've got a team member yourself, you've got time, spend some time putting one new directory listing up a week. Do something every week to help build your SEO. Now, when it comes to law firm directories, these are the top 5 that you definitely need to be listed in. And go ahead and screenshot that. I'm sure you guys are all very knowledgeable and are aware of these 5. You can see the domain authority. It's huge. So those are extremely important that you have your business name, address, and phone number listed in there. And I do have a list of the top 88 best free law firm directories. So if you want a copy of that, it is free. Hop over to lawmarketingzone.com/free-tools and get a copy of that. And then you can just print that out and start going through it and building those citations over the next week or 2. And of course, 3 are going to be a lot of real reviews. I say the word real because I know that there was a time in the past where you could buy reviews. Those reviews are going away if they haven't already gone away. A lot of the times the reviews you buy after a course of time, they will not show anymore. Because Google sees that someone went in, made a Gmail account, posted one review, and has never done anything else in that account. That clearly shows them it was fraudulent. and so they won't count those. So, but keeping in mind, and you can see on this list here, the top one has less reviews than the bottom one and has 4.6 instead of 4.8. So there's a lot of things that go into them accepting your reviews and seeing who's in order. It could be the first one is actually making more engagements with their Google Business Profile than the second one. So by showing engagement, whether that's responding to reviews, adding photos, any of those types of things, that's what Google will use to put you above your competition if you have even less reviews than they do. Okay? And we don't want to worry about being 5.0 all the time. Nobody walks on water. Okay? Being a 4.7, 4.8, 4.9 is very fine. I mean, it's fine. People expect those actually rankings do better than 5.0s. So people will read through and read the positives and the negatives. And I want you to reply to every one of your reviews. Okay? Leverage the tools. We help our clients to automate the request for reviews. Send out a printed review card. Train your front desk to plant the seed to deliver world-class experience so these people do leave you reviews. Okay? Make a call after you complete a case and walk them through how to do a review. Some of our clients have a QR code that that's on their front desk, and the QR code takes them straight to that Google pop-up where they choose the number of stars and type. Makes it very simple for them, but you really need to put getting reviews as a process of your everyday business, not just something you think about once a month. Every single client that comes into your office should be asked for a review. Now, will they all do it? No, and we all know that. You're going to have some people that you'll ask them several times and they won't. But you can, if you build it into your processes, to ask for a review 3 times. You can automate this, but what we found over the course of business, that if you ask for a review 3 times from a client, after the 3rd time, that's the most successful. Medium is second, but the least successful is asking 1 time for a review. So ask for a review 3 times. Now you want to make sure that if you set up automation, that each time you ask, you double check that they haven't already given you a review before you ask them again. But if you work it into your system, in your processes with your front desk and your admin staff to ask for that review 3 times, you'll be better, you'll get more reviews and build that higher star rating that you want. Now you can automate your review requests. Like I said, My Case and Clio, some of you people may be using that. Caseload Amp is our CRM type system, and we do have automations of our review requests. Makes it very simple. Bird Eye does it, and SiteJabber. So there are tools out there, and you may be using one that has that feature. So again, automate your review requests, and then how you can do this. How you can get 4 to 5 star reviews help your ranking. So the higher the stars, obviously, the more positive reviews. Also, you can reply to them, or when you ask for a review, you can ask them to use keywords in their review. Never want to give them a copy and paste for them to use, because if Google sees that your last 10 reviews have exactly the same wording in it, they're going to gatekeep those, and those won't be shown. But if someone says, I really like this attorney for a divorce in my city, they were very helpful, or whatever. If someone's interested in doing that, you can ask that. But reviews increase the number of conversions when you have 4.0 or higher. Okay? So, like I said, not everybody's looking at a 5.0, but if it's over 4, you have more of an opportunity of getting that business. Glowing reviews become marketing and link opportunities. So every time someone is leaving a review, that review is a link back to your website and to your Google Business Profile. And it makes a local business appear more credible to current and potential customers. Now, this is where I really want to say, replying to your reviews, and hey, let's drop a 1 in the chat if you ever reply to your reviews. So that's something super important. Every review needs to be replied to. Okay, I see a couple of you do. Okay, everybody should be replying to the reviews, good or bad. What that shows potential new clients is that you care about how people feel, right? It also shows the way that you professionally reply, how you talk to your clients. So it's giving them a lot more insight into you as a business. So it also tells Google that you care about the user experience. So let's talk a little bit about on-page. I know that we're running a little tight, but let's go through really quickly some on-site optimization that you would do to your website to help support your Google Business Profile and being found in the searches in the organic. So a strong website with good content and a good user experience. Simple. Logo in the top left corner, phone number in the top right corner, menu across the top. Those kind of simple things that people look for. The first thing on your website should not be a ginormous image that has nothing to do with your business and doesn't help you. Okay? You want to use multimedia, and absolutely videos, photos, talk to people about what you do. You want a one page for each one of your services. So don't have just a services page. Have those bounce into full page talking about each service. And then, of course, if you serve multiple cities, you want to have service in city pages. So if you are a divorce attorney and you can work and you cover 3 or 4 cities, then you want to have that keyword in each city as its own page. Okay, unique content. You can have use nearby now to look at the heat map and see what people are looking at. But definitely have city pages. That's going to make a big difference in the long run. Have some unique content on every page. Okay, we're all going to have certain blocks of content that's the same on each page, but have a little bit of unique content on every page. You want to have the keyword in the title and H1 tag, and your SEO person can help you with, your website can help you with that, or reach out. We can always help you with that, but you want your main keyword in the title and the H1. You want a meta description that sells the click, right? I mean, it needs to be, instead of just your name again, tell us what you do. Okay, how can you help us? What is this website about? Name, address, and phone number in the footer, always, and consistently, just like your name, address, and phone number on your Google Business Profile. And if you don't have a blog on your website, I suggest getting one. This gives you an opportunity, whether you do it monthly or quarterly, to have ongoing updates. There's always changes in laws, these different kind of things, and different cases that affect law and precedents. Maybe you can write an article about that, do a press release, and that helps also with syndication. And you want to focus on your page speed for desktop and mobile. That's going to be very important. One thing I'd like to do today is I'd like to offer everyone on the call here a free SEO review and visibility scan. So I know we've talked about all the different things that add up and what you need to look at and what you need to change. With this particular program or report, it's going to show you your visibility score. It's going to show you what needs help and what needs adjustment. And in this SEO review, we're going to talk about the analysis of your online visibility. We'll do a custom keyword list for your most important search terms for your practice area. Ranking report shows where you're ranked consistently, directory listings, reviews, and reputations. We're going to analyze all of these things, and you can book a call with me. This is a 60-minute call to go over all these reports, and the link is right there. I can also drop it in the chat. It's lawmarketingzone.com/bookwithmarilyn. And so the question is, what's next? Well, you have 3 options. You can do nothing and hope your referral sources send you leads. You can do it yourself, or you can schedule a 15-minute discovery call with me to see if we're a good fit. And my discovery calendar is here. It's lawmarketingzone.com/book-a-call, and we can just chat and see if it makes sense to work together further. And that's just a 15-minute call. Feel free to do that. Otherwise, what you can do is you can schedule a full digital marketing strategy session with me. And what we're going to do is actually run these reports for you. We're going to do the full analysis, like I talked about a minute ago, of your online visibility, your custom keyword list, make sure that you have the right ones for your practice area. We're going to do a ranking report, show you where you're currently ranked. We want to analyze the online directory listings and consistency. We want to do an analysis of your online reviews and reputation, analysis of your website conversion effectiveness, and a competitive analysis for you to see where you rank among your competition. We also want to develop a roadmap and a plan that's best for your firm. So we're going to go over all of this, and here's a link to my 60-minute strategy session calendar. It's lawmarketingzone.com, book with Marilyn. You can drop your email in the chat and I'll send you a link to the meeting of your choice if you prefer. Just simply specify in the chat if you want a 15-minute or a 60-minute call, and I'll send you that link. So if there's any questions, let's drop those in the chat, and we can answer those questions for you. We'll just give it like a minute or so here. I hope this has been quite helpful for you today to see the things you need to focus on and the things you need to maybe clean up or just do more of to get in the Google Map Pack. If we can be of service, please choose the meeting time, 15 or 60 minutes, drop your email, and I will send you a link to the calendar. I don't see any questions coming through. Okay, so all right, if there's no questions, then what I'd like to do is thank you so much for your time today. I really appreciate it. I hope you've learned something. I hope you've been able to take away some strategies on how you can grow and get better in the Google Map Packs and get ranked so that you get the traffic. If you have any questions after this, please feel free to email me at marilyn@lawmarketingzone.com or team@lawmarketingzone.com. And keep an eye out for my next webinar. I'm going to be focusing on Google Business Profile, SEO strategy, and the various different aspects of digital marketing for law firms. Okay? Thank you so much, everyone, for joining us today, and I hope you have a fabulous day.